Namaskar. Today I'm going to look at two main aspects of creating space for meditation. This is going to look at both how we do this physically, how we can physically prepare a space for meditation, but even more importantly, how do we do this on the mental level? And when you're well prepared for meditation, it helps your meditation to go so much deeper. So first of all, how do we prepare a space for meditation? Meditation actually you can do anywhere. I have successfully meditated on trains, on airplanes, in all kinds of environments, some more conducive like here by the river, some very challenging. So you can meditate theoretically anywhere. You just need your mind. But if you put attention into preparing a space properly, it does facilitate your meditation. And especially when you're trying to integrate meditation as a regular habit in your life, if you literally clear out a space in your living space and dedicate it to your meditation practice, this already creates a type of momentum. It's as if that space is waiting for you. And it doesn't have to be very complicated. No, it's as simple as it can be just putting a flower or a candle and setting, a blanket or a cushion on the floor where you're going to meditate. But basically, it's the idea that this is the space in my house that I'm reserving for my meditation. As much as possible, a quiet spot, not where you're going to have toys all around or people coming in and out disturbing you. I recently met a friend who I was delighted to discover has been following my Romanian channel. And she's she's a mother with two young children, like 5 and 2. And she said, yes, I've been able to integrate meditation. You know what I'm doing is I am meditating in my bathroom because that's the one space where I can lock the door and where there's not toys all over the place, because when there's toys everywhere, I don't feel I can meditate. And this is the thing. When there's clutter around, when there's toys around, when there's your work around, your mind gets distracted by that. And while a bathroom is an unusual choice, I could see how that could work for her, in that situation with small children. Some people choose their bedrooms, but there's a difference between just trying to meditate on your bed and actually putting a corner of your bedroom, setting it up better for meditation. When you wake up in the morning, you're still kind of heavy with the vibration of sleep, and if you sit up, it can be tempting to just sit up and try to meditate. But my experience is if I don't go and refresh myself, get my energy moving, get my mind clear and focused, then when I sit in a bed where I've been sleeping, the sleepy energy is really strong. And I can think I'm meditating, but my mind's actually sliding into sleepiness a lot more than when I go, refresh myself, take a bath, take at least a half bath, and then sit in that more invigorated state. Especially if water is cold, it wakes up your circulation, wakes up your energy. And then if the environment also kind of cleared out the sleepy vibrations, put away the bed, make the bed, and set up a different space. Turn on a candle, light a candle. If you have something beautiful, even just a flower, picture of somebody who inspires you, like a meditator or something. These things can help to just create that conducive environment to help you flow your mind into your meditation. And especially when you've been meditating in the same place every day, you start to build up a vibration there. If you use the same cushion or the same blanket, you're literally, the energy that you are attracting and generating through your meditation is building up and creating an atmosphere And that atmosphere itself starts to create that energy to flow your mind towards meditation. So in this way, you're creating a sacred space. You are dedicating a part of your life to your meditation. And so it's natural. It sort of follows to create also a physical space for your meditation. When you come back from work, or when you're, in a restless mood and you walk past your meditation spot, already it can draw your mind, attract your mind. Yes, my meditation's waiting for me. When you don't have a space, like sometimes when I'm traveling and I'm staying in an unfamiliar room, and I also feel the need to just designate that space in the room where I'm going to do my meditation, because otherwise it's sort of harder for the mind to focus, like where to sit. Also, by solving that problem, and because if you think, oh yes, I should meditate, yeah, but where can I meditate today? Where should I sit? Oh, it's noisy here, it's noisy there, where should I sit? And then it's one other obstacle, it's one other problem that you have to solve until you actually get to the meditation. So it can become an excuse. I once gave this advice in an intro meditation class I was leading. Go home, your homework is to find a space. And for some people it really worked, but I had one woman who unfortunately was overthinking this process. And she was like, yeah, well, I was trying to decide which space, and then she felt that she needed to go out and buy special objects and special things. And, it just became another excuse not to meditate because I don't have a space yet. First, I have to make the space. So we shouldn't overcomplicate things. Just stay simple, and it's enough, just like I said, a cushion even. But putting a little love, a little attention, a little inspiration into the process, it will give you back that same inspiration when you sit there. Now, the other aspect of creating space and preparing for meditation is also creating space in your mind. Our mind also gets so full of clutter, gets so full of busyness, gets so full of all our mundane attractions. So many people come to me and just say, oh, yeah, I tried to meditate, but I just don't have time to meditate. Well, it's more of a question of prioritization. Similar to creating that space in your house, dedicating a space, prioritizing a corner of all of your house just for meditation. In the same way, nobody's going to give you that space. You have to create it. You have to guard it. You have to protect it, because there's always going to be competition for your time. And it's really easy to put things that are maybe important but not urgent, to put them lower on the priority list. And then what happens? All of our time gets consumed by things that are apparently urgent, but often not that important to our lives. In the bigger picture, maybe not adding a great deal to our happiness, to our inspiration, to our ability to have more energy, love, and time for those around us. Rather the opposite. A lot of the things that clutter up our lives consume our resources and leave us feeling tired, burned out, without energy. Meditation is something that's going to regenerate your energy, but you have to dedicate the time to it. And so creating sacred space in your mind, sacred space by dedicating same time of day, for example, that before breakfast, before dinner, that's my space. That's my time for meditation. When you have that kind of clarity, and things will come in competition, but when you hold on to your space, when you defend it, it'll be worth it because you're regenerating. You'll have more to give for all those other urgent and pressing and difficult challenges that clutter up our lives. Our whole life can pass by. And so many of those things, when you look back, you won't even remember. But moments in which you felt divinity, in which you let your mind get closer and closer to God, to realization, to touching that inner core of your essence, to expressing something inexpressibly beautiful. Those are the peak experiences available to us in human life. And they don't just fall from the sky. They come when we have cleared out space to be able to perceive that beauty within. So I hope this inspires you to find ways to clear out time, to clear out a space in your house, to give it a sense of beauty, of sacredness, of inspiration, so that it can help you to integrate meditation in a sustainable way into your daily life. If you haven't started meditating already, please look in the comments and you will find all the instructions to join our free online course. And I hope it helps you to integrate meditation. Namaskar.